Inventory.
Welcome to this video, everyone. This is Let's Get It Gaming here, coming to you live from Twitch TV. Alright, everyone, I was asked to make a video of my builds, so here's my builds. First, I'm going to go over this one right here. This is my Unbreakable Damage to Elite build for the raid itself, when I do run it, which I rarely run it, because now I run the Aces build. Like I said in the message earlier, I was going to take this backpack off, throw my Badger back on. I'm going to lose some armor. It's okay. I'm going to slap on my assault rifle mod back on. There. Okay, so we hit for 29k, which is still good. It's not bad. It was 29.1. 29k, alright? Now with this right here, we pulled the mask. We have 51 damage to elites with health. Honestly, I'd like to lose that health if I could find another chest piece and put like 50% hazard protection. Or find one with like 50. Be well worth it. But that's my mask. With a 5.5 total assault rifle damage model on it. Then we drop down to my perfectly unbreakable chest piece. 14.5k armor, 24 health. 15 weapon damage unbreakable. Perfect unbreakable. There's a 6% total assault rifle mod. Armor mod, 39 and 4.5. We drop down here to the Gilligard holster, which I want to switch to a True Patriot holster. As of right now, this is what I'm running. It's a beautiful holster. I can't get rid of it. Once I find a True Patriot similar, I'm going to slap that in its place. 2 mods on there. 6% assault rifle and 6.5% assault rifle total. With 2 weapon, 4, 1.5, and 5. Then we slide over here to my knee pads, Fenris. Give me that 10% assault rifle damage on the top. Then we drop down to 11% armor. I'm going to modify that to 12.5 or whatever it may be in the future. I'm just not too worried about it at the moment. I've had this raid build since the beginning of time. Since I first made a raid build. But it's also got hard hitting, which is 25% damage to elites. With patience on there for the knee pads. It's a beautiful build. Drop up here to the gloves with True Patriot. I'll run 13% assault rifle with 27% hazard protection. Also 1.5 and 4% assault rifle, so 5.5 total. And we jump to the Badger backpack. 10.5 weapon, a little bit of armor, a little bit of health here and there. 2.5 weapon, 3% assault rifle, so 5.5. That right there is going to give me the armor on kill, which is, it's, you know, you start losing armor, you kill something, you got the armor on kill. That's an awesome thing to have. It really is. And with the mod over here, the mod has armor regeneration, which, in all reality, I can lose a little bit of armor, and I can swap something else in there, like this one right here, and get more armor on kill. Not a bad trade out. So it all works out. Throw that True Patriot holster in there, and I'll be rocking with 3-piece True Patriot, so I'm debuffing enemies as they shoot me. Eagle Bear hits for 29k. On the Eagle Bear itself, I have not high crit chance, only 10% with 40 crit damage. The damage to elites is sitting at 83%. This build hits, and it hits really hard. It's a very nice build. I've been using this since the raid come out, and I've only improved it little by little, but I have not changed it. There's really not much more you can do to the build to make it any better. It's a beautiful build. So that's this build right here. Run whatever special you want. I have this on here right now because I had to run it. In one raid, I normally run the marksman rifle. I like the marksman rifle way better. It works better for me. So that's one build. Now I'm going to jump into the second build I made. Second build is this one right here. I made a Beserk build for the raid, and this thing's a truck. It's for 29.9k. Go over the weapon stats in a second. It's got 50, still the same mask with 51% damage to elites. What I like to do is find a mask with crit chance on it and damage to elites, lose that health. I'm not worried about the health. This is more about power. I'm running a Beserk chest piece. It's a Wyvern. It's a 15% weapon damage, 16k armor, 7% crit chance with Beserk. 2 red mod slots. 2 weapon for assault. 0.5 weapon, 5 assault. Running 2 assault rifles, so it doesn't matter what I'm running. It's all going to hit the same for the assault rifle. The True Patriot holster, I'm running 16 crit chance, health on kill. Honestly, I'd like to have armor on kill right there instead of health on kill, but at the moment, this is what I'm running. This is actually my PvP holster. With the mods on there, it's 1.5 assault rifle, or weapon, and 5% assault rifle. Then I have a 1% weapon and a 5% assault rifle. So right there, 6.5 and 6. We're making this thing powerful. And we come over here with the crit chance. We got the 8.5 crit chance. 9 would be better, but 8.5 is perfectly fine. And I run a 2.5 weapon and a 3% assault rifle for 5.5 total. With the armor model on there. Got health regen. And like I just did to the other one, I'd actually like to put armor on kill. Because that little bit of armor on kill, it will help a lot. Right there, we'll slap that one on. A little bit less armor, but it's not a big deal. Now we run the PvP gloves. My assault rifle ones. Fenris. 13% assault rifle damage, 3% crit chance, 10% crit chance. Gloves work beautiful. We jump up here to the backpack. We run Spark. Not so much really wanting this backpack, honestly. Gives me some armor, the blue mod and the red mod. But I think what I should do is like I just did to the other build. I'm going to swap out to the Badger backpack. Whoa. Well, that's a big loss in armor. And we'll keep it there. I'll lose a lot of armor. The only thing I gain is 7% damage to elites, which is, 7%, 7%. But we're not going to sacrifice all that armor for that build. It's not worth it to me. 7% is not worth it. So we'll keep this one with Spark. Damaging enemies with skills or explosives grant 15% weapon damage. So, I mean, Spark's really not going to become active on me unless I throw the Merciless on the build, which I don't have and have not got one yet. But I could always throw the Ruthless on and run that on my secondary. But here we go again with 9,000 health, 22,000 armor, 11 weapon damage, hardened, Spark, and then a 1.5 and 4 assault rifle mod for 5.5 total. Okay, then we're going to slide up to the gun. On the Eagle Bearer itself, it hits for 29.9. It is a ripper. It shreds. The only reason it shreds is I dropped down here at the crit chance, and I got 54.5 crit chance with 47 crit damage. That 54.5, it's a beast. I mean, it rips. And we drop down here to the damage to elites. Only 51% damage to elites. I want to try to slide hard hitting in there somewhere. The way I think I'm going to do that is a new backpack. I've already thought about that. I had one the other day and I got rid of it. Possibly a 511 or something with hardened and hard hitting on it. With armor plus health or armor plus armor and weapon damage or armor crit chance. Whatever it may be. And that's how I'm going to pull that one out. So once I get that backpack, I'll slide it on this build. It'll improve it, by a good bit. So then we slide over here to the P416. And we slide down to the weapon damage on that. It's hitting for 26.6. Crit chance is 54.5 with only 32 crit damage. The Eagle Bear obviously has that extra mod on it on the gun that's added to it. Also 51% damage to elites. So now we shoot the target here. We're going to make it invulnerable. Make it an elite invulnerable would be better. Drop that on there. We'll come over here. First, we'll turn that off. Okay. Oh. I mean, just look at all them yellow numbers just cracking off. 85 to the chest. 117 to the head. Let me switch to this one. I mean, just yellow numbers everywhere. Obviously, the number would be higher. Damage to elites, but once I get that, like I said, that backpack, it's going in place.
Inventory.
And we will run it. So that's that build. Forgot to show a video of the first build. I'll jump back to the first one real quick. Unbreakable with damage to elites all over it. See, now this one, not as much. Crits are 133, which is beautiful. You know, a lot harder, but it's because it's got that damage to elites. If I had damage to elites on the Beserk build, that thing would rip even harder than this. But I mean, both builds, they shred. There's nothing wrong with them. Both builds are melters. So that's my raid builds.